Okay, Nicholas. What I'm going to do here is create a head bubble. Erase. I'm in Clip Studio. So of course, we draw a sphere, and then we draw the crosshairs afterwards. But here's a Warner trick. We attached a neck to the sphere before we move on. Then we go along with our crosshairs, and normally we get, we get the Warner cheeks, But yeah, we attach the neck to this ball first, and then the crosshairs. Now I can go through your model, find the structure. I am going to find the planes of his face first before I lose track of what I'm doing. I'm going to go to a darker blue and start splitting the character design down the middle, a construction model, as I also call it, just so I don't veer off too far. Now I am going to just concentrate on structure first. Because remember, when working in animation, it isn't about you. You are working with other people. Now these ears, a donkey's ears, I think is closer to the top of the head rather than the side, but this is a character design, so I'm not going to obsess about accuracy. And if you want to put the ears on the side of the head like that instead of the top, so be it. Just remember, other members of the crew may think differently, so they'll have to get used to that. So make a style guide just to explain visually why you want the ears to be over here instead of like right there on top of the head. Okay, now I think I can go over in black. I'm going to create a new layer. Lock the one below it, the underdrawing. Alright, and oops, I want to smaller nib. I know he has some hair there, but I'm going for structure first. 100-person crew. Everyone has to draw this character exactly the same. So you must think like an engineer. Think functionality, not just beauty, not just aesthetics. Perspective. Hold on, I'm going to the layer below this. Switch back to that blue. So I'm going to match the perspective of this brow here. Yeah. Okay. Now that bugaboo is out of the way. Go back to my ink. So So watch where those eyes meet. Make sure they're in the same part. Draw through your work. There's going to be a cheek crease there, it looks like. Once again, perspective. You don't want to be too even, but I don't think you mean to do the one eyebrow up, one eyebrow down. So I'm going to put them on the same plane. I'm going to check my work a bit. Let's see, aha, there's that jaw right there. Alright. Since I can't see the jaw with that underdrawing in the way, I'm going to add it here. Yeah, there we go. Back to my underdrawing. still gonna try to make an underdrawing here and attach that neck properly. Alright, go back over here. I'm getting a bit more comfortable with your design, so I could use longer strokes, which are more graceful, and contribute to a really clear line of action, longer strokes, confidence of line. Okay. So leave the underdrawing a bit, and your drawing. Let's go through here and see what we're going to do here. I wonder if it's cheek crease. I'm going to add a Tom and Jerry cheek crease. Okay? There's probably one over here too. Just can't see it at this angle. Okay. Get the structure down first before we start adding extras like the hair. Structure, structure, structure. I'm gonna go and turn this around a bit. Sometimes drawing just straight on without tilting your workspace stiffens up your work. So yeah, give your workspace a tilt. You can do the same in Photoshop. Photoshop has caught up and realized that more illustrators are using it and not just photographers. Want a different angle for this. I'm just refining right now and making sure my forms are clear. Because if you submit your work as a chicken scratch in a production, the person who's working after you, like your cleanup artist or your animation assistant, will get confused about what line to follow. And you don't want to burn people out. You want them to concentrate on the physics and the performance, not just how well drawn your character is. Up here. Yeah, you don't want people to burn out just on aesthetics alone. There's more to the job than just drawing. It's acting. It's physics. Good old animation. Alright. Gonna correct that now. I think I'm confident enough now to add the flourishes, the hair. So here I go here. Gonna unlock this layer. Okay, I'll do the correct layer now. Now, start from the origin here. It's back here somewhere. And concentrate on your character. So he has a widow's peak around here. Okay. And then we'll overlap another form. Oops. I made a mistake. I don't want to ruin your design. Your design's just fine. I'm just making it functional. Don't want to ruin the integrity of your design. Hold on. I want a broader brush. I see. A bit more hair back here. Draw through. So this hair is going all the way through here. Draw through your work. Yeah, it wouldn't be, hold on, I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah, the hair just wouldn't be hanging right off there unless it's like a sideburn. Yeah, you want to draw all the way through your work. Always, always, always. Okay, before I get messy here, I'm gonna turn off this underdrawing and see what I have. And this is when you start doing some more cleanup. And this is like a rough drawing. A cleanup artist will really make this cleanup line all nice and slick and shiny. I love animators' assistants. They're just fantastic, and I am still ashamed of myself for not taking that job on Space Jam to do assistant work. My own drawing abilities would have developed much faster, especially for cleanup, had I taken the job. And I would have been considered for more character design roles later, because the cleanup line in character design is essential for getting the job. And it takes a great deal of practice. So if you ever get a job as an animator assistant, don't think of it as lowly. No, that is training. Training for better work. Alright, cool. Think we got him. Oh. Don't think this line was supposed to go all the way back here. This is more... This right here, I think, is more like an overlapping form. You see how your assistant can get confused? Yeah, you want to solve this problem. Any pitfalls that you may foresee as a character designer. Remember, character designer, also an engineer. Getting kind of stiff there. You are designing blueprints. Yep, that's way too flat. I'm going to turn on that underdrawing. Yeah. Here we go. Wrap it around. Wrap it around for form. Try to avoid straight lines when designing organic characters. There were really no straight lines in nature. Straight lines are man-made. And this donkey is not man-made. He isn't. He is Nicholas Bozegame, but he derives from nature, not from the Industrial Revolution. Okay. This donkey's not a machine. There. Better, 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 better. Okay, now take your drawing. So like lay this side by side. There. I see a tangent right here. Pardon me. And also what I would always do, there's your work side to side. It looks okay now to me, but I know there is a demon just waiting to just get me around, just right around the corner. Hold on, I'm gonna line this back again. Always flip your canvas over. Flip horizontal. Yeah. Look for any mistakes. So let's see what we can find here. He could use just a bit more of a head right here. That's when I take, make another layer. And I go over such things in red. Red, 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 red. Improvements I want. So, I want this to be rounder. There. Opal is complaining that I'm giving you too much attention. Let's see, I'm going to turn your drawing off so I can see a bit clearly. A bit more clearly. What else would I change? This could use a bit more of a through line right here. And tomorrow, there might be more mistakes that you may discover. You don't always find them all at once. Okay, flip the canvas again. Horizontal. And lock this correction layer. Go back to our cleanup. And make our corrections. Layer order. There. Turn off that correction layer. Where are you? There you go. A little more functional. Let me take this. Pardon me, I'm in Clip Studio, which I just learned over the past 2 months. So I'm not as good at Clip Studio as I am at Photoshop. So I don't know all the hotkeys, so forgive me for being slow. Alright, there you go. This is a more functional design. You can still go back in here. I see you have sort of a Max Fleischer mouth here, where the cheek crease is really low. You can go back and correct that yourself now that you know how to draw a more solid design that's more functional and easier for the crew to follow. Because remember, it's not about you. You have to when I was designing Lola, the producer used to say, yeah, only Ashanti can draw Lola, which really wasn't a compliment. It just meant that Ashanti's designs of Lola are hard for the rest of the crew to follow because they were too loose. It took Gary Dunn, Tony Cervoni, Jeff Sergey, and Bruce Smith to really tie her down so the rest of the crew could follow her. Yeah. Jenny LaRue did the first pass, then I did the second pass, more with the acting. And it's a design as well, especially those eyes of hers. Lauren Faust's eyes. And the body. And the rest of the crew made her functional. They let this snappy intern have a go at that character design. I thank them all for it. Okay, still making improvements. I think that brow should be moved over a bit. It never ends. It never ends. You're gonna find more and more mistakes. That's why it's good to step back from your work and come back to it. Hold on. Don't know this as well as Photoshop as usual, so I have to go to the Move tool. Yeah, that brow would be over there a bit, I think. And not as long. Yeah, picky. Still not perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna obsess over that for a while. Well, at least that neck is attached to the head a bit more solidly now. Alright, so now we know that head ball. I'm gonna make another layer just to drive this home. You maybe give me a green. Always draw. Oops, what's going on here? Oops, an eraser. Always draw a head ball and attach the neck to that. Okay? Alright, hope this helps, Nicholas.